Hi there, Pure family, and welcome back to another very exciting tutorial here on livepurepro.com. My name's Blaine Givens, and today we'll be talking about email campaigns on LivePure Pro. Email campaigns is an opportunity for you as a new IBO or as a current IBO and user of LivePure Pro to utilize some of the strong and more powerful capabilities here on LivePure Pro. Essentially, what the email campaign allows you to do is it creates a drip campaign that sends pre-scripted emails to potential prospects or new IBOs or whomever you determine over the course of a week to 2 week period, so that we hope what we'll do is it will convince them to either join you as an IBO in your downline or at least reach out to you to learn more information about the opportunity. So let's go ahead and talk about, first off, how email campaign works, what the features are, and sort of dive into customization and what that looks like. And then we will look into our contacts list to see who we could send one of our drip campaigns to. So let's go ahead and get started. Starting here from the home screen, we're going to go to the marketing tab at the top. And you'll see this tab right here, or this link rather, email campaigns. Go ahead and click that. And you'll notice that when you first get to this page, the email campaigns are categorized based on who you might be sending these to. So if you've ever looked in the contacts page up here at the top, if you've ever gone there, you notice that there's folders, and individuals in your folders can be categorized based on if they're prospects, leads, if it's a warm market, and so on. And that's exactly what these emails are designed to sort of mimic and match in terms of the verbiage, the words that'll be said, because you wouldn't say the same thing to a prospect as you would someone in a warm market, because obviously someone in a warm market is going to be either a friend of a friend or someone who's at least warmed up to the opportunity and maybe wants to know more about products or about earnings and things like that and how that works. Prospects are going to want to know, what do we do? What is this company about? And why would I want to be a part of this? So there's a difference there. Again, these are pre-scripted for you guys here at corporate. So we design all of the email copy. We design all the graphics and so on. We build out the emails entirely for you. So all you have to do is literally just send it out. You can, in the future, if you're an advanced user, you can design your own campaigns, including graphics, messaging, and all that. We're not going to get into custom campaigns in this tutorial. We'll save that for another tutorial. However, we will talk about how you can edit these if you'd like. I don't recommend it because we've designed them to perfectly match that sort of environment or that campaign type. So let's go ahead and take a look at prospects. There are 6 messages, as you can see right here. Let's go ahead and preview. So as one might expect, day 1 is sort of a thank you and good to meet you email. And it progressively gets a little deeper as you go down. And what you'll notice is day 1, day 3, day 5, day 8, it's not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and so on. That would be overwhelming to someone who's getting emails. They don't want to receive an email every day from you. But if you send them a few in the first week and then sort of follow up with them in the second week, we hope that by doing that, they would have got enough emails to see what the opportunity is, but not too many to where it overwhelms them and they just are fed up with it and they don't want anything to do with you. So it's a good number to have, 6 or 7 kind of a cap if you're thinking about doing an a drip campaign, unless you absolutely have a lot of educational materials within various parts of your email campaign. I'd try to stick to a number about 6 to 7 as a cap. So day 1, let's go ahead and just take a look at the preview. You'll notice it's pretty simple. It's not a very complex email, and that's good. You want to keep it short and succinct, straight to the point. And what you'll notice is we've filled everything in for you. So this is exactly what your prospect would see. Now, they would see other things like your name as opposed to Jennifer Sawyer, and they would see their name here. And that's the great thing about our system is it self-populates, and it's very similar to our one-touch emails where we do all of the work on the back end here at corporate. You simply just input the person's name or their email, and then you're done. So it's as simple as that, really. I mean, you can go ahead and look through all these. I'll let you do that on your own time. You can, of course, send test emails, which you may want to do. You could send that to yourself just to make sure it works. Just simply click on that button. You'll put in an email address and hit send, your own email address if you want to test it. And then let's go ahead and head back to email campaigns. I'm going to let you check out any of these that you'd like to on your own time, just for the sake of making sure this tutorial is not too long. We're going to go ahead and get into the next part, and that's kind of how to utilize these emails and how to start a drip campaign on specific contacts. So here from the email campaigns under the marketing tab, we're going to head over here to the contacts tab. And let's just say Mark is going to be the person we're going to send our email campaign to. So I've got Mark here. I've got his email. This is a made-up email, of course. And, I could put in his phone number if I had one for him. But we're going to head here to where it says campaign. And I've already started one. I'm going to go ahead and remove that and show you how to do this. So let's say I just met Mark at a conference, or maybe I just met Mark out and about, and I didn't have everything I needed to show Mark something, but I said, hey, Mark, I'll get back to you. Give me your email, and I'll send you some information. So what you could do is put in his email address, his phone number, head on over here to campaigns, and you could say, okay, let's see here. Select a campaign to subscribe this person to. Well, Mark's probably a prospect, and I'll hit subscribe. Now, it says no messages yet, because no message has been sent yet. But as the system begins to send messages, you will get sort of these rows that begin to populate based on the 1, 3, 5, 8, and so on amount of days that have been sent. And you can see if Mark has opened them, what his engagement level was, and things like that. Now, maybe he's like, I don't get it. You could reset it right here. You could reset any one of the days. Or if Mark's like, I'm totally fed up with this, you could just remove. And it's as easy as that. And honestly, if you have the contacts here, like if you have the full name and you send it out, it will auto-populate like we discussed in the previous section here. I'll show you real quick again. It'll self-populate their name in your email campaigns. So, if I'm sending this to Mark, it will say, hi, Mark. Thank you for visiting my website. The business and opportunity you just learned about is helping me and so many others to realize the dream of working from home. So that's what I mean by it sort of auto-populates or self-populates. It will find his name and fill in the blank there. So let's head back over to contacts list for a second. Back to Mark. And campaign. So one thing that you can do is you may want to insert notes here on Mark's back-end office. You might want to say, I followed up with Mark and sent campaign to him, something like that. And you can keep sort of a itemized list of things here that you can quickly look at as you're doing tasks or delegating certain things or whatever your activity might be. And you can see right here in your activity that, oh, you sent a one-touch email to Mark. You sent a one-touch email. So these are all just test emails, of course. But the great thing is you can keep track of what that person's activity is. So if you're sending that information to him, or if you're sending that drip campaign, you can even see when he visited your website. I mean, it's a really powerful tool. And guys, I want you to realize that, after I've been talking about all these tutorials and I've been talking about the tools and, how they can be utilized, think about this as a whole system and think about each component we've talked about. Perhaps if you haven't seen all the videos, I do recommend you watch at least some of the higher point videos. Usually the longer ones are, I wouldn't say better, but they're more in depth. I just want you to think about all of the power that LivePure Pro can offer you, because you can follow up on people so much better because you don't have to guess. Oh, you don't have to say, oh, I wonder if Mark saw my website, or I wonder if he even watched that video. You can say, oh yeah, Mark has not visited my website, and maybe he just was being polite and just maybe didn't want to hear about the opportunity, but maybe he just forgot or something got in the way. You could reach out to him again personally and say, hey, Mark, I just wanted to follow up with you and say, I noticed you didn't watch the video, or I noticed you didn't have an opportunity to watch the video, or something like that. It just allows you to stay on top of recruiting. It allows you to stay on top of your emails so that you're constantly putting information out in the market that's specifically related to our opportunity, but it's coming from you because your LivePure Pro account is generating custom content just for you. That's the most powerful part of LivePure Pro, is it creates custom content for you to send to your IBOs or your prospects or your leads or wherever you want to send them. And it has such powerful features on the back end to follow up with those prospects that it's just a tremendously powerful tool that will, I think, aid you in your efforts to grow your company and your efforts to send educational information or to enlighten those who want to know more about our opportunity and the products. And I hope that you, from the various videos that we've been recording, I hope you're starting to see how this system here on Live Pure Pro can really benefit you. And I encourage each one of you to at least sign up for Live Pure Pro. There's really no obligation. I mean, it costs $1 to try it for 7 days, which is incredible. And I think once you try it, you watch some of these tutorials on how to do things, you'll be hooked, because there's just so many features that allows you to be so much better than even your neighbor IBOs who are trying to do the same thing. And I encourage everybody to be a part of Live Pure Pro, because I think the more people we have on Live Pure Pro, the more powerful we can be as a company, the better impact we can have, and the better and more uniform our content will be. And from an educational sense, that's great, because that means everybody in the field is getting the same content, and the image, or rather the message, is being conveyed in a uniform way, which is a good thing, because we want to make sure that we're saying the right things, and we want to make sure that we are using the correct tools. And on Live Pure Pro, a lot of the tools that we have content that was custom built from corporate, so you know that what you're sending is good information, it's good content, it's been legally checked and things like that, so you don't have to worry, I don't know if this is the right thing to say. It's all great content, and it's all produced for you. So thank you guys again for joining me. This was Email Campaigns here on Live Pure Pro. Again, I want to just encourage you to check out Live Pure Pro. There's really no harm in doing it. It's $1 for 7 days, and then you can sign up after that, because I know you're going to love it. Thank you again for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you all again next time in our next tutorial. Take care.